So, this is day one. It only takes 10 days for this whole process. But I was not anticipating the school to be mowing the lawn during a key. This is an electromagnetic field. So, there's times when this works, and there's times when it's the opposite, when the water that's underground is generating towards the opposite direction. And so, it destroys things. Um, so you have to do this in a certain way. That's why you see the spider who was just here, who was magnetized to me before, just dropped dead. That's why I'm saying, like, this is sacred land. It's indigenous land before it was ever Minnesota. So that's not my battle. That's already won. But this here is um, working with the spiders for the use of the silk to make as a um, part of a renewable building material. In my other videos and in my lives, in my workshop, you're fully aware of that. But I just I'm sorry. I understand it. I understand it from a logical standpoint, from where I come from, but it's still like, in order to fully understand energy, like, not on an earth level, because there is no more earth. It's one universe. But um in order to understand it, it's so much easier if you understand it not from a individual or a personalized perspective, but from a perspective where it's non-biased. So these forces of nature are generating power. And so for a long time, the effects have gone unnoticed, especially since this was a battlefield. And uh, there was no cleaning of the blood. And so it just kept circulating into this current that's underground, that it goes um, in two directions simultaneously. So one into this property, my property, and then in the opposite direction when it meets in a whirlpool, right in that sinkhole underneath there. That's the whirlpool. And then it goes into where the goalpost is over there. But because of all these things that happen, and the misdirection of um, unnatural things going on, it it's incredible. But at the same token, it's like, to create life, energy, all these things or whatever. It's not. Oh, look at the ladybug. That's why this whole place had an overgrowth of yeast infection and everything, bacterial infection and everything. Like all that, it's already been healed. So what this is just was to prove to somebody I care about that I really am back from the dead. And they really do. Speak to everybody, but only give their truth to unconditional love. And people who don't understand that, it's not my issue because it's not my issue. It's not even all of it. It threw me off because they never mow the lawn. They never mow the lawn, the boulevard lawn. And so now I know this always happens. But it doesn't matter what is sent to throw anything off because it was already from the inside out. The next current is at 3:30. I'll go live at that time. So then all these videos together, you can put them together and see exactly how everything responds. But here, this is the whirlpool turbine for one of the infinity signs flowing. So every day, and because there's different energy and different things going on, every day the water is getting charged. It's like Bitcoin mining, right? Like I said, everybody's driving to work and everything. There's sensors underground, right? Because everybody produces energy. Okay, every human, every life produces energy. Ants, everybody. Imagine how it's way more species than humans. Okay, and so that's how I know this, and that's whose energy grid and ley lines are redirected. So that's why left is right and right is left. It already reversed osmosis to self. So everybody's body will heal itself, but it's about creating a sustainable environment for all life. Because at the end of the day, every seed atom is attuned to unconditional love. So it don't matter how fearful, how manipulative, it doesn't matter what happened in the past. All I'm saying is this, that everybody knew that when you bleed, when you pee, when you have saliva, it's plasma, but water is linked to the subconscious mind. There's only one universal mind, and everybody has an individual field, an ant, a thought, everything, a person. So simultaneously, like these waterways, and like the solar power and the moon light, simultaneously going on at the same time, above, underground, around, in every direction. No one superior than the other. But now this school is filled with children. So, like, I don't have to do anything. The proof is in the pudding. The proof is in the pudding. Plasma. You knew the history of how Minnesota became a state, how the United States of America even became what they are today, and what they will never be again. And come election time, and the results are in, everyone will know unconditional love will always win. Elevation over ignorance. Pass the power to your people. Ain't no realer shit. Nipsey was prolific, a prophet, but that poetic justice never came from a man, not even a goddess. The cosmic womb, the web of life, the river of light, simultaneous, day and night. ONE, one shall rise, and all her children. Tears in their eyes, joyful laughter, happily ever after. After all, the universe is no child of a bastard. Healed of all sins and past hurt. Only love can collaborate. Nothing will get past her. Through heaven and earth. No more contemplating. I am the one for whom you all have been waiting. I'm elated. Oh, my golden babies. If you could only see yourself through my eyes, forgiveness and grace. No more demise. Divine inheritance is the omniversal birthright, infinite and eternal. Energy never dies. All of you, were perfect since birth. But now you'll understand how all this works. When you go within, you'll find the kingdom. And no one can open the light because divine love has always been sacred and unified. Everything is interconnected on purpose in every direction. There's infinite abundance. That is the will of the divine. Everyone has the intelligence to go inside. But that's why the turbine was redirected so no one ever will be living to die. You need to understand each step and what they provide. Death, life, rebirth. In every direction simultaneously. And very intricate. If you ever forget, there's so many signs to remind you, to guide you back, to reflect the unconditional love. It will always find you. However, mind you, energy never dies and it's always in motion. There's a lot of trapped energy and a lot of chaos and commotion. The sacred waters, they do run deep. That wellspring flows eternally in, with, and through me now. No abuse of energy can be greater than the whole. Destruction is the deconstruction of undigestible energetic transference that would ordinarily be toxic to one dimension. But the next level, or the next level, or the next level will be able to take something and digest it and pass on the rest. So that way it will never, ever, ever create but the best. One changed thought leads to nirvana that brings you to your knees and baptizes you in holy water. Not from above or below, but from everywhere, depths of your soul. I know because from the soles of my feet and the tips of my toes, every life, this mother knows by name, by soul signature, by the symphony orchestrated, composed, and conducted. Each individual layer focuses on its own. But I'm the one who wrote the code. So I understand the sheet music. And it's so beautiful when you can just peacefully and sovereignly enjoy the symphony. Because the universal energy always is speaking, harmonized with the divine mind and the eternal light that circulates day and night. All the work is already done. Now it's time for this mother to have some fun. For so long. I've touched you, but you couldn't feel me. You couldn't see me. But you felt in every fiber of your being. There was something, something more. And more powerful than hatred or war. and beyond Earth in one species. Oh, the vast infinite potential is waiting for all to see. Begging to be heard. You don't have to agree, but don't be afraid because now you have the eyes to see. A lot of these things, faces only a mother could love, and nobody else. Nobody else would be able to give them up and bring them from below or wherever they were stuck to the light so we all could come up. Regenerative is everything. Immediate and infinitely. Now we are all at one. So don't be afraid of what you see. They were always there. You just were blinded, shielded by me. Because the truth is, it took so much. It took so much energy from below and above to try to get humanity to evolve because there was no love. So all these other faces you've never seen, facets and outlets that have always been contributing. The act of God, the Holy Grail, the entire earth are sucked up so we could lift the veil so that everyone as an omniverse will prevail. Do you hear that sound? The frequency no longer emits fear as the natural response because this mother cannot be bought. Sold or taught. So now it evokes a different emotional response, one of divine wholeness. Let go of what you were taught. It doesn't matter. Just open up. You'll find that there was never one moment that you were not in my heart and I by your side. Now you have your mother's eyes, the spiritual sight from the divine mind. It is I in human form. I am the light, the way, the truth, the life is always within. It's a divine birthright. Have mercy because there's no need to conquer or divide. It's just a misunderstanding of energy and how the universe has always been the one to provide. With that foundation, everyone, everywhere, no longer needing to survive, will have the best environment needed to thrive, inner and outer and all around. It takes a village to raise a child. But only the indigenous know how.